All right. So I've made a nice, hopefully gentle routine that you can do from a chair. So if you're feeling tired or suffer from chronic fatigue, hopefully this is a little routine that you will be able to do. Just do as much or as little as you can and adapt where needed. So we're trying to sit up on our chair and taking the hands to the legs. Lift the shoulders and roll them back and down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, roll them back and down. And then taking the arms out to the side, making fists and bending the elbows. And then bringing the arms toward one another, elbows toward each other and fists. And then tuck the chin in toward the chest. So we're inhaling as we open. And then exhaling as the elbows draw in toward one another, rounded through the back slightly. So if you were in bed, you could just do the arms open and then bringing them in front. Otherwise, if you're on a chair, I'll just show you the spine movement. Maybe lifting the chin slightly, bending the elbows, and then chin in toward the chest, rounded through the back. So we're inhaling, opening. And then exhaling, closing. So if the arms didn't work for you, you could just lift the chin, tuck the chin, and if it feels okay, round through the back. So adapt as needed. If it doesn't feel good lifting the chin, you can just do round in the back and keep the hands on the legs perhaps. Otherwise, the full movement is chin up, elbows bent, and then chin in toward the chest, elbows draw in. Inhaling as you open. And exhaling as you close, and then releasing the arms down. Taking the hand to the side of the chair and reaching the arm up and over the head as you reach to the side and then lower back down. So if you were on a bed, you could just do arm raises instead. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And you could do that as an alternative if the side stretch was too much for you. Otherwise, we're reaching the arm over the head, inhaling, and then exhaling, lowering back down. Inhaling as you reach, and exhale as you lower. To make it easier, you could have the hand to the shoulder. Inhale, reach, and exhale, lower. Inhale, reach, and exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lower. Lift the shoulders and roll them back and down. Then with your palms facing you, bring the hands just up slightly and then circling through the hands. So one arm reaching forward, lowering back down, and then the other arm reaching forward and lowering back down. There's a little gap between your fingers. And then if that feels okay, we can circle one hand and the other so they're moving together. Otherwise, you could just do one and then the other. If you can, circling through both. You can make this small and slow, or a little bit larger, whatever suits you. And release the arms down. Take a breath in and a breath out. A breath in and a breath out. As you breathe in, imagine the breath flowing up the spine. As you breathe out, imagine that breath flowing back down the spine. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Then bring your palms facing one another. Then turn the fingertips to face upwards, still palms facing one another. And as you inhale, reach the arms up. And then flex through the wrist, exhale. And then inhale, palms facing behind, coming up onto the top of the head, but not quite touching, over the eyes. And then coming into prayer at the heart center, palms touching. Release the hands down slightly. And then open the arms wide, still palms facing one another. And then exhale, bringing the hands toward one another, leaving a little gap in between, about a shape of a football. So the fingertips face up. Inhale as you reach the arms up. And exhale as you flex through the wrist. Inhale, palms facing one another, and then turning to the back. Bringing the hands over the top of the head, over the eyes, down to the heart into prayer. Release the hands down slightly. And then open the arms wide. Bringing the hands back. So if the movement didn't work for you, just do the breath. Fingertips facing up. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, flex through the wrist. Inhale, palms facing the top of the head, coming down over the eyes. And bringing the hands to prayer at the heart. Lower the arms down. Open the arms wide. Inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back toward one another. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, flex through the wrists. Inhale, palms facing you, bring the hands back down. And exhale, prayer. Inhale, arms open. And exhale, release. Palms facing up, inhale. Exhale, flex at the wrist. Inhale, palms facing you. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, arms open. And exhale, close without touching. Release the hands to the lap. Take a deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out. And a deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out. And taking the gaze over one shoulder as you inhale. And exhale back to center. Other side, inhale. And exhale back to center. Inhale to one side. Exhale, center. Inhale the other. And exhale, center. Chin slightly toward the chest. Semicircles with the neck. Inhale in toward the shoulder. Exhale, chin back toward the chest. Inhale, chin toward the shoulder. And exhale, chin toward the chest. Flowing with the movement. And last one. And lift the head up. Inhale, lift the shoulders. And exhale, roll back and down. And taking a moment to sit. Gaze to a fixed point. Or close the eyes. And if you wish, bring in one or two hands to the heart center, at the center of the chest, palm facing your chest. And bring a gentle smile to your face. When we smile, it allows the brain to think that we are happy. So if you're having a bit of a miserable day, bring a smile to the face. It tricks the brain, scientifically proven. When you breathe in, imagine you are breathing from the base of the spine to the top of the head. And as you breathe out, you're releasing from the top of the head down the spine. If you're having any trouble imagining, just know that that is what is happening. As you inhale, the breath flows up. As you breathe out, the breath flows down. Inhaling, breath flowing up. Exhaling, breath flowing down. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Release the hand down. Notice how you feel. And from the seated position, or lying if you prefer, preferably seated if you can. Bring the hands together and rub to create some warmth. And you feel there's warmth in the hand, cupping them over the eyes. Breathing in. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. And lifting the head up. Coming to the top of the head, giving the top of the head some taps. Sides of the head, backs of the head. Really noticing the sounds you can hear from the fingers. And then tapping the forehead, the eyebrows, the temples. You may need to remove glasses. Just underneath the eyes, which is also the stomach meridian in Chinese medicine. Helps to ground you. Just underneath the nose. Underneath the lip. The jaw. And then splitting the fingers slightly. So I quite like to do 3 fingers forward, 1 back, and then coming around the side of the ear. So you're giving a little massage to the sides of the ear. So 1 finger is behind, or 2 if you prefer, massaging the back of the ear, and some at the front of the ear. So it's where the ear connects to the head. And then the tops of the ears, give a little massage. Pulling the top bit of the ear slightly out, so you're kind of unrolling that top of the ear. Then coming to the sides, and then the bottom of the ear, the lobes. Lifting the chin, make a little duck hand, coming down the neck. Then 1 hand palm facing up from the inside of the chest, tapping down the inside of the arm to the hand. And then back up the outside. So we're going down the inside to the palm of the hand, and then up the outside. The last time. And then across the other side. So if your arm aches holding up, you're sitting down, you can just have it on the leg. I've just got mine up so you can see what I'm doing. So from the shoulder, tapping down to the wrists, the hands, and then up the outside. Down the inside. And up the outside. And once more, we do it 3 times. I'm not sure whether I've done it 3 or 4, but 3 times usually. And then at the chest, tapping the chest, all over the chest, maybe making Tarzan sounds if you want. And then just underneath the collarbone, so this bony bit here, just underneath the collarbone, rubbing there. So that is a kidney meridian in Chinese medicine. And it's very good for creating energy. So if you're feeling tired and fatigued, it's quite a good spot to rub, circle, or you can kind of tap with your fingers on those parts. And then the sides of the ribs, so where your brow line would be, tap in there. I quite like to do it kind of like this, but you could do fifth, doesn't matter. And then take in one hand, make a fist over the shoulder, and the other hand over the shoulder. And then just under the arm, so you can rest your hand on your leg or on a table. Patting underneath the arm, this is where all the lymphatic collects, one of the places where they collect under the arms. And taking their hand, tapping down to the hip and back up. Down to the hip and back up. And once more. Changing size under the armpit and down to the hip and back up. Down to the hip and back up. Once more. Good. And release. Give a little shake out to the to the arms. Now see how far you can reach. We're going to come down the outside of the legs to the ankles and then back up the insides of the legs. So you can stand for this, but you can do it from seated as well. I've got enough space. So I'm going to come standing, but you can do it from seated, tapping down the outside of the legs, down to the knees. I'm going to come in this position actually so you can see me. Down to the ankles, across the feet, not recommended to do it like I'm doing, and then up the inside. So by the hips, down to the knees, down to the feet, across the feet, and then up the inside. So if you can't reach all the way down, just come down to like the knees maybe, and then again, outside of the hips, down to the knees, down to the ankles, across the feet, and then back up the inside. Okay, so let's just sit and observe if there's any changes maybe in the heartbeat. Do you feel any different to when you began? Do you feel a little more awake, or do you feel the same? Just observing. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and out. So you can practice this daily if you want, weekly. Great practice though to do every day, just to energize through the body, get the lymphatic system working, which helps to get rid of waste products. And then in terms of Chinese medicine, is to get the flow of energy through the body in terms of meridians. Thank you, everyone.